welcome to Mini-Modelog. If you've not been to the channel before, I do unboxings for most Games Workshop products. I give you my opinion on them, what I think, both price-wise and whether they're worth the money. And also I, give you my feedback on whether I've been to a warhammer fest or anything like that. So if you like that kind of stuff and you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. If you like this video though, hit that like button. And if you've got any questions or comments, pop them down below. But this video is generally me and my friend Chris chatting about everything that was coming out of Warhammer Fest Europe last weekend. I did have an intro to this with me and Chris, but unfortunately the camera deleted it, so which is why you've only got me. But if you like what you're seeing, hit the like button, and we're going to talk about things from Warhammer Fest Europe right the way through to what we think of some of the new games that have just been released from Games Workshop. Yeah, so some of that. Let's talk through some of this. This was the recent post on Warhammer Community. I think we've covered... Oh no, I tell you what we haven't covered in a minute. So obviously Adeptus Titanicus was out, and if you saw my mid-month news video, which will pop up in the corner in a minute, I talked a lot about Adeptus Titanicus. I talked about the price, I talked about what you get in it, what I think of it. What's your thoughts on it really? Because I mean, my thoughts are, it's a big buy-in. You have to outlay quite a lot to actually run quite a good game. So
money-wise, I'm genuinely not even thinking about that.
Yeah,
that isn't a factor for me. Not because I'm rich, not because I'm showing off, but more because I bought Kill Team, and then the Cawdor Gang for Necromunda came out, and I bought a few other bits and bobs. I spent, again actually, with buying Tooth and Claw,
I've spent 200 odd quid range, aren't you?
Yeah, I've spent the same cost as getting Titanicus, so I could have not bought all of this stuff and bought Titanicus. So
yeah,
that I don't really think is a valid argument. Some of the box sets to start with, you do save the stuff that you get in them.
You do, but it's 185 quid, and like you just said, think what you can get for 185 quid across the board. You can get 2 old box games for that.
Did you play the old Titanicus?
No, this is probably where it comes from for me. I didn't play the old version. I appreciate this is a new version, and for those, it was Epic then, wasn't it? It wasn't really called Titanicus then.
No, there was Titanicus, and then they added more and more to it.
Wasn't it?
I can't remember.
Epic was where you had the scale of Titanicus, and then you'd standard troop for like this big.
Yeah.
So I mean,
the stuff they brought out for Titanicus is beautiful. My other group of friends who I discuss most Warhammer things with, they've said the level of detail is outstanding. Is that why the cost is so high?
Well, I do find the level of detail in everything new has gone up tremendously. Like we were saying about the standard
3D
easy
technology
build kits. They're a lot more detailed, they've got a lot more to them, but I don't know. I mean, obviously you've had the Cawdor, you do know that the they've released the upgrade kits for Cawdor now.
Yeah.
On Forge World, incidentally. Rogue Trader, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. What are your thoughts about buying Kill Team Rogue Trader? You obviously get 2 more whole factions with it. And you also get special rules, I think.
With any...
They say it's a toolbox with something to offer for every Kill Team player. That's kind of the line that's in the bump that's come on there today.
Okay.
But
with any box set they do, I'm not really a rules guy. I don't care about that sometimes. I'm more, what do the miniatures look like? The Nurgle-esque Chaos minis from that game look fantastic. They would be the only reason I would buy Rogue Trader right now. Yeah,
I was the same. I looked at it and went, well, you've got Kill Team. I was going to say to you, what about if I buy Rogue Trader? Because I really like the Nurgle models too, and I would be able to double them into 40k. And I was like, I might get that and see what Chris says, because essentially then we have the whole Kill Team shebang between us, and 90% of the games we play are between us. Yeah. So, that's the truth of it, people. You want to know who I play most of my games with? It's him. We've played Guild Ball together, we've played Blood Bowl together, we've played 40k, we've played Necromunda, we've played... Monopoly.
Space Hulk.
Space Hulk, yes.
Name another GW game.
Yeah, like name that game, isn't it?
Shadespire.
Shadespire. We're going to talk about that in a minute. You're not bothered about Age of Sigmar, but I'll just cover the new Endless Spells bit.
Go for it.
Obviously, I've been kind of like fingers crossing for Skaven Endless Spells. And there's a lot of rumour around Skaven because apparently all the Skaven cupboards are missing.
Since we went to Warhammer Fest earlier this year, you have just been like, where's my Skaven? Where's my Skaven? What's coming? Because you got the
new Stormcast Eternal stuff,
you got
new
Deepkin.
Nighthaunt, the new Deepkin. But the issue was, and a lot of people have said, they've gone to Warhammer World recently and all the Skaven cabinets are empty. And 90% now of Skaven stuff is only to order. You can't get it in store. It's to order only. So I've like everything crossed. But the recent drop was the new endless spells. Now obviously we had the main endless spells box, which was the sorcery, and then both the Nighthaunt and the Stormcast Eternal, new Stormcast Eternals got their faction specific endless spells.
So what's the deal with the endless spells? Because obviously is it supposed to be a bit like the psychic phase?
The big difference between endless spells compared to standard spells in Age of Sigmar, so all your wizards have standard spells that only they can cast. An endless spell will be cast by, say I'm playing you, I cast the endless spell, but you can do it, you can move it and do what it does in your hero phase as well as me moving it in my hero phase. It becomes an entity into itself. So instead of it being like something that just goes, oh well, I'm in charge of it the whole game.
You're playing Pong with it.
Yeah, you're basically playing Pong with it. So... But the thing is there's now been faction-specific ones started to trickle in. So you've had the Stormcast Eternal one and a Nighthaunt one. And now you've got this Bull thing, which I think is a Chaos one. But I'm kind of waiting for the Skaven ones because there are... When they changed the magic for Age of Sigmar, they used a lot of the world that was, you know, the old Warhammer Fantasy Battles spells, but they only gave one to certain wizards. So different wizards have... I'm hoping to get an old spell back from back in the day, but I don't know.
Do you think you'll be getting clan-specific ones?
Well, that's another issue. I'm kind of...
I know, I'm just trying to say it off.
Clan... I have a real problem because I had an old Warhammer Fantasy Battles thing. I don't really have a clan army. So it's really hard for me to construct an army properly based on the way they construct armies in Age of Sigmar. So it's really difficult for me to get it right.
So you cheat when you play?
No, I actually have to basically make it a Skaven army as opposed to a clan this or clan that.
Yeah.
But because of that, I lose all the special abilities. Because you get special abilities for each one. So I lose that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the endless spells. So we just talked about endless spells. And I filled you in on what they actually do. I mean, there's loads of different ones as well. And the other weird thing is you know how it's realms now in Age of Sigmar?
Yes.
So you know bits, don't you?
Yeah.
So certain spells work better in certain realms.
Oh, okay. So a bit like there's your choice of battlefield before you start does actually have an effect on.
And then as a result, they're either stronger or weaker depending on... So like if you get the realm of fire, the big fire mouth thing that they've got in there, it's stronger and moves faster. So they're great. They kind of add a bit of a curveball to the game in a way, because obviously in my turn I can make it go after you, and your turn you can make it go after me, and all that kind of stuff. So we kind of...
Will something similar come to 40k?
I've wondered about this recently because it's like, well, they've done it for Age of Sigmar and it's worked quite well. But the thing was, what they did with Age of Sigmar, which was quite good. Did you see that they did like a storyline called Malign Portent?
Yes.
That was really good to test. In that they tested a load of things. So they tested out command points for all generals, all these different bits and pieces, and did it as like a storyline within the universe. And then now with the new release, a lot of those rules have come to pass as solid rules.
I don't know anything about the story really. But I saw that obviously there was little bits leading up, and the whole idea was supposed to be, was it you get each faction has got a new hero that you can add to it.
Not all of them. There were 4 great heroes for the 4 great alliances, basically.
Well, obviously in 40k they did the battle for Connor, however you want to Conor. Again, that was
similar.
That seemed like a community thing where it's like, right, okay, play these battles in your local stores, and whoever wins helps determine the fate of the actual planet. So helping move and push the story along. I wondered if like the Malign Portents was...
It did push the story on because it's set up for AOS 2.
Right.
So at the end of Malign Portents, basically Nagash came back and exploded magic across the realms again. So that's how the endless spells have come into being. Nagash is once again all powerful in the realm of death.
Lizardmen are coming back?
Lizardmen are already back.
Oh, okay.
Their backstory's weird.
Yeah.
Apparently, they're all dead apart from the Slan, and then the Slan basically imagines their armies out of their head and are so powerful magic-wise that they just all appear. It's a bit weird.
Okay.
Because apparently the Slan at the end of the world it was went in a starship and flew away. It's really bizarre.
All I heard
it's one of the weirdest storylines.
The planet blew up and they kind of floated off.
Yeah. There's been a couple of heroes that made it from the world that was, but not many. So like for Skaven, the only hero that made it was Grey Sith, Ankle and Bone Ripper. Everyone else was killed off, as far as we know. I'm hoping maybe we might get some new ones, you never know. And then different people made it.
What I'm picking up is a bit like, your Skaven faction here is similar to people who play Orcs in 40k. It's like, we've not had anything new for years. Give us something, please.
Well, we know we had something new when AOS 1 came out. We had the Pestilence push, is what I call it. Where,
the last models I saw were the Lords. You know, the big giant...
Yeah, the Vermin Lords were the new Vermin Lords. And the great bit about that in that kit, which I still think is brilliant, is that you can get basically 6 different Vermin Lords in it.
Oh, right. I was going to say, I thought there was 3. But...
Well, no, you get one for each faction, effectively. So there's a Vermin Lord Warbringer, Vermin Lord Deceiver, Vermin Lord Corruptor. There's another one that I can't remember. There's a Mage one. And basically each one has slightly different arms, slightly different weapons and different heads. The only bit that's the same is roughly from the waist down and the tail. Yeah. The upper body changes, but...
It'd be nice if you could magnetise that, but a bit of effort.
It's a bitch though. It's a real... I looked into it and it's a real bitch to do. So that's pretty much everything that they've kind of put up on the European...
Sisters.
Oh yeah, Sisters of Battle. Now, personally, I'm not asked.
I've never collected them.
All we've really seen is some new weaponry. We haven't seen any actual bodies or heads or...
Warhammer Fest, when we were there this year, we saw one model. Was it Fest or was it World? No, it was Fest, wasn't it?
It was Fest. There was one model.
There was one model where it was like, all right, yeah, we're actually doing something with them. And
I mean, I don't think there's been anything else.
For the fans, I'm sure they're dying to see what actually comes out. But the drip feed of it at the moment for me, it's just going to be more new models.
Well, that was another thing I asked you about.
You'll enjoy that as well, won't you? The next Horus Heresy book.
Yes, definitely. I'm 10 books behind at the moment, so I'm trying to get into the Realm Gate lore of AOS at the moment. So I've picked up the kind of starter book, which they do 2 starter books at the moment. One's for Dark Millennium, it's a $5, and one's for
oh yeah, the start collecting book.
Yeah, so I bought the AOS one. Some of the again, it's very hit and miss. Some of the stories are great, and it kind of depends on who's written them. Some of them are really, you typically get with some writers, it's over detailed rather than keeping a flow. But that's just my opinion.
Again, you've mentioned books now. I've only read like book 1 and 3 of the Horus Heresy because I couldn't find the second one at the time. And the most recent, the Dark Imperium novel, which is basically discussing Gilliman going around
being quite unhappy, apparently.
Granting Primaris to people and Nurgle.
Being a wee bit unhappy about the way it's all turned out. Because
Yeah.
he goes, why are you worshipping my dad like a god? He's not a god.
Oh, he's proper grumpy.
He's proper grumpy. It's just like someone's pushed him out of bed the wrong side. Pushed him out of long-term isolation the wrong side.
It is pretty much like, oh, right, I've now got to come and fix this.
Again.
Fine. But, no, that was actually... I enjoyed that.
Licensed card games seem to be a big thing at the moment.
Now,
we tried out Champions, didn't we, at Fest? And I'm an ex-Magic the Gathering player, so it kind of interested me a bit more, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was alright. I've heard different, like, it's out now. You can buy it in both Games Workshop and separate stores now. Do you reckon that's got a life in it? Or do you think they're trying to...
No,
Because everyone keeps banging on about Light Seekers. Apparently there was the company who's made a game called Light Seekers. And all I see on their website is people saying, hope this is as good as Light Seekers. Light Seekers was amazing. Sorry, that was my phone. But Light Seekers was amazing. Hope this is as good. So I think that cult following will Do you think it'll push more players to the hobby, or do you think it'll just be a standalone card game? I mean, I know it's a third party that's created. It's not created by Games Workshop.
And
when I've been in Games Workshop,
Sigmar based, isn't it?
Yes,
the lore is all Sigmar based. It's okay with us. We've got miniature game, or if we're not playing one, we go into another miniature game, or we'll go into another miniature game.
Yeah,
or
pretty
we'll
much.
go to something else which is miniature biased.
Yeah, that's true.
We don't have a card game.
No, we don't.
For some players, it's going to be brilliant. They are literally going to be like, all right, yeah, I can't bother getting all the models out this time, or we've not got time for it. Let's just spin some cards around.
Yeah. Plus, there's the artwork side of it. I've heard a couple of people say, "Oh, I'm really looking forward to getting all the new art that's going to be on it." Because obviously the art is still based around. I mean, for you that's not a thing, but for those people, because apparently there's another one.
Some of our friends
just reading, there's
who
another
are
one
into
called...
like the Game of Thrones cards. Or,
that kind of crowd. Yeah, definitely.
What's the other one?
Magic the Gathering.
L5R.
Oh yeah,
Legend of the
Five Rings. Yeah, that's true. I haven't even thought about that crowd. Yeah, that's true.
It's for them. It could be this is their gateway into Warhammer, so it could be brilliant for them. At the same time, for me, the idea of buying a starter deck and then adding to it, and then there'll be other booster decks that come out.
It's a typical Magic the Gathering type situation.
I'm tied into miniatures.
I think to be honest, the problem with that is it'll eventually be, it'll become like Magic's become, which is if you want to play at a high level, you've got to pay a shitload of money to do it, or you've got to keep buying boosters until you get what you need. And it's why I've kind of stepped away from Magic after a lot of years and now trying to sell everything, because it's just like, well,
depends what you want to do. If you want to play competitive, what do you do with 40k? Or anything, you have to buy specific models.
That's true.
It's just
I'm not really into
replace the plastic with a card.
Yeah,
it's the same thing.
It's the same thing.
But I've committed to
plastic.
I want toy soldiers.
Yeah, you've committed to plastic. Oh yeah, I meant to mention this to you. New Horus Heresy Blood Angels models.
I
was going to ask you about this. Yeah, were you tempted or were you not bothered?
The Praetor, yeah, because I would.
What about the Contemptor, man? It's mint. A proper Blood Angels Contemptor dreadnought. It looks great. I was like, yeah, that's cool.
Looks beautiful.
Not for me, but...
especially painted like that.
Yeah,
looks amazing.
Yeah, just especially painted by Photoshop. Yeah, definitely.
But the Praetor, yeah, I'd get the model if I've got a bit of cash spare. And
how much do you think you're going to be though as a single model from bloody Forge World? Looking at 20 quid, easy, 25.
At least 20. I can't remember. I bought the Space Wolves one for a friend.
Oh, did you?
And I can't remember if it was like up to 27 quid.
These two as well that I've seen, but I don't know if they're characters or what. But...
Is one an apothecary and one a tech priest?
Looks that way.
Again, is it Horus Heresy?
Yeah, I think so. Range of bonuses to your
Forge
army. Very
World.
soon you'll be able to add Vigilator, a ruthless sniper who lends his...
Oh,
so one's a ruthless snipers and scouting infiltration, or a machine mastering Pravian to your Horus Heresy army. I mean, it is based around playing Horus Heresy games rather than 40k, but I don't know. I was just looking at the pictures and thinking, I wonder if you'd spotted it and wonder if you thought I'd splurge.
I'd be tempted to get the Praetor, but I've already got enough HQs and things like that for my
you have, haven't you? To be fair,
don't need it.
No, you don't need it. That's what's weird, isn't it? Sometimes you get to that point because, like with the Skaven army stuff. Going back to AOS for a second, I've got so much leaders. I got 16 leaders. I don't need any more. It's ridiculous. But the problem I have to do a clan, you have to have leaders from that clan. So I'm still in a similar, shitty situation, to be honest.
I recently added up all my Necron models, and I've got like 8,000 points worth. But that literally comes down to
how much HQ.
I've got most of the named characters. I think I'm only missing 2. And then I've got like 7 lords, 4 overlords. And
you're never going to be able to field it all.
No.
Not properly, not legally anyway.
So it's,
I don't think.
Plus, you're never going to play that size of battle anyway.
No,
I'm not. I don't have the time.
No. Only we all did.
But yeah, so the Horus Heresy stuff is beautiful. Anything by Forge World is fantastic.
Again, it comes down to, for me, with Forge World in particular, I tend to go for stuff, if like with a lot of the Blood Bowl heroes I'll buy, they're quite reasonably priced though. But I mean, I've seen a lot of stuff where I've
You can get those, you can build them, you can put them in and play them straight away.
Yeah, with this stuff, it's a bit more awkward, isn't it?
Like, here are Horus Heresy Marines, or like the Dreadnoughts and things like that. I'm never going to want to put them into one of my armies and field it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to need to, so a lot of this stuff it's not aimed at me.
We should go to the European one year and see where it is there. That's in Dusseldorf this year, isn't it?
This is, at some point...
Just do them all 1 year.
No.
Do America,
At some point, I'm looking at starting a podcasty thing.
Yeah, you've mentioned this about doing a podcast. And
one thing I want to do on that is do my own personal review of Warhammer Fest this year. And Warhammer.
I did that as a video. If you've not seen it, it'll pop up in a minute. But yeah, I keep doing that. But hey, you got to sell it. So yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed it. Like, that was my first experience this year at Warhammer Fest. And I really enjoyed it. I was like a kid at Christmas. I mean, you were with me. I was like, and there's this, and there's this. Oh my God, and we're going here. And oh my God. It's just like, it was a bit of an overload for a first time. And if you haven't been before and you're thinking about it, be prepared to take a lot of money. Because I didn't take enough, I don't think.
No, you don't need to. You really...
I would have bought more if I had more cash though.
What did you buy?
I bought the limited edition Primarch's book that was only available at...
okay, right.
And I bought the...
So what they set up
for Blood Bowl.
What they set up is a standard DW stock, like what you'd find in most of the stores. They also have a Forge World dedicated section, which is brilliant.
And it's big as well.
It usually gets swamped.
Yeah.
Then they also have Black Library section. They've got a table full of books.
Yeah, they have, yeah. It was just like, if I'd have had the money, I'd have probably walked away with a lot more.
The books were set up right next to where the authors were doing the signings as well, so you could literally go, ooh, I've not brought that one.
I did that as well. I got stuff signed, and I also went round and like, especially with the books, like I say, if I'd had more money, I'd have probably stocked up my next 6 months Horus Heresy books. And my bedroom side table would be like this higher. But the thing is, you're looking at the issue I had with it was, for me, I collect the smaller size paperback versions, and of course GW now do the hardback versions, which are roughly £20 a throw, and they do the large size versions, which actually they're stopping doing. I found out recently.
Oh right.
And you know, the sort of that kind of size version.
Yeah.
They're getting rid of that. Apparently, they're not doing it anymore. So if you've been collecting those, sorry. Well, I just collect the standard paperback ones, and the problem was there's a lot of books there that I wanted that were only available in hardback, and then it's like, that's £20 a throw. Suddenly you're knocking up 200 quid in books like that if you're not careful.
Well, this is why I'm whinging about it. This is why I'm not blowing its trumpet this year for Fest, because I always go hoping for what are going to be the exclusives that are on sale.
Yeah.
And the ones that were there this year didn't appeal to me.
That's true, didn't it?
The big drive behind this year again was Age of Sigmar coming out.
Yes, it was.
It was the Deepkin models. We had the new Nighthaunts on display.
Yeah. The new Stormcast stuff on display as well, yeah.
And I felt very much like I'd wandered into a Age of Sigmar convention.
As opposed to... Yeah, I get what you're getting at, yeah.
And that's just me being picky. Because
it
was something I wasn't interested in. I mean, the seminars, always worth going to.
Always worth going. I mean, I was surprised how much information was given to us in that. Because we went to the Specialist Games one, which covers, you know, Blood Bowl, Adeptus Titanicus, Necromunda, all those kind of games. And I was amazed at how much information they actually gave us.
They literally tell you what they are planning on bringing out.
I mean, they don't give you prices, they don't give you... They give you some imagery of models, which is cool. But yeah, I mean, I was quite impressed with that, and I was also quite impressed with a lot of the stuff that was on display, because you didn't, even though it was in a glass cabinet, it wasn't glass cabinet rope it was glass cabinet. You know, you could really see. And if you want to see a lot of the photos that I took from there, they're all on my Instagram and stuff, which I'll pop a link for. But yeah, I had a really good time, and I took loads of pictures, and really, It was also, what was the nicest thing for me though is getting hold of people who write the background, people who write, paint the models, people who design the models, those people that are behind the hobby. Because you know, it's very easy to get into this hobby to begin with and see models and see painting and all that kind of thing. But I think Games Workshop are doing more and more, are better at, especially since they started doing Warhammer TV and stuff like that, seeing the people behind that.
Warhammer TV's been going for a good few years if you look into it, but
it seems to have really had a rise in the last 18 months.
Whoever's picked up, again for me, it was. Do you remember the Magnus and the Red sneak video where it was in a bin?
And he was in a bin. Yes, I do remember that. Yeah.
Whoever started on their marketing from there is brilliant.
Yeah, very good at making it more.
There's been a very steady climb. In popularity.
For me, for a long time, I saw Games Workshop as a company. There was no face to it. That makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, you went into stores, you met the people that worked there. Unless you were going to a store very regularly, you then got to know the person at that store, and then there was a face to the company. But by the same time, I feel there's now, you know, with Duncan and Peachy and all these different people that you can name as well. It's not like they're just some random guy on a video. Because they've kept up that consistency of using the same people. You feel like there is a kind of...
Like Tony and Andy from the specialist side.
Yeah.
In fact, you can actually go to these events, talk to them. You can.
And God, don't agree with this. It's rubbish. Which is what I did to Phil Kelly. Sorry, Phil. I went up to him and said, "Why are clan rats not available for all clans? Why are they only verminous? Explain yourself. Why did you do this?" And he said, "Go read the Daughters of Cain book," which I still haven't done.
Call yourself a fan.
I know, and. We have stuff in the pipeline was all he would kind of give me. But that's something they're good at. They're good at kind of baiting the hook. Baiting the hook and making you go, but what? And they're like,
just keep interested for another month.
Yeah.
Just keep waiting another month.
So I mean...
Just keep waiting until 2019, 2020.
Yeah, it's like the Sisters of Battle, yeah. But no, I mean, generally now I'm at a point with gaming. The one thing I have got into more though is painting. In the last sort of 2 or 3 months. I mean, I work away, but this is the first kind of long conversation we've had about any gaming for 3 or 4 months because I've been working away. And
again, apologies, long videos, possibly my fault.
And basically, you'll have noticed the Shade Spire collection growing behind me, painted, which is what I've been doing in the evenings in the hotel. Because basically, by the time you've eaten at 7 o'clock, you don't want to go to bed at 7 o'clock. So I started taking a small set of paints, bits and pieces. Now it's turned into a kind of toolbox about that big, but
good.
I've got through what?
I'm jealous, to be honest.
It's probably 20 models there, all finished, all done. And I've used the Warhammer TV videos, and it's making me a better painter without a shadow of a doubt. Like if you're hitting a wall with your painting, or you're unsure how to do a certain color or a certain effect, be it skin, be it bone, be it gold, anything like that, those videos have taught me so much about how to do it. How to do all the different things, and you can see it in the painting that's just there on those how much better I've got. So I mean, can't advise it enough.
We're going off now. It's like for me, painting is a brilliant passion, but also a massive bane. It's part of this hobby because I have so much to do. I know I can paint all of it. I don't know where to start, and then once I've started, I'm just like, but. What if I want to change? What if I want to do it a different way? And I want to paint everything to a Golden Demon standard, and I can't right now.
Yeah.
So I keep thinking, well, I'll not paint this. I'll wait until I've got better at painting, and then I'll paint it afterwards, so I can do it at that better standard.
And but that's like just like a never-ending cycle. You're never going to get out of that.
Yep.
You've got to kind of kick yourself in the pants and actually try and...
Everything I've painted...
Do it. Just do it.
Every single model I've painted, I've either sold or it's been for somebody else.
That's true, actually. It's never been for you. That's actually true, yeah. I think most of the stuff I've seen you do... But then your quality is better than mine. Your like level of painting is way above what I can do.
Can I do a little plug for somebody else?
Yeah, of course you can. Plug away. I love putting plugs in videos, so...
Tommy, Golden Painting Studio.
Oh yeah, you went there for...
I did some lessons with Tommy.
Yeah, I was going to say you did
me and
some
a friend
lessons,
did. Yeah. And not only that, I sent you a video recently of him doing the Speed Demon challenge.
Yes, I saw that, and it's pretty...
Painting a
quite
Primaris... Not
ridiculous,
Primaris.
though.
Or is it?
I can't remember what it
No,
was, but it's
painted a standard
ridiculously
marine.
fast.
In basically tabletop ready. And I think the fastest one so far... Thomas is fastest at around the 12-minute mark.
12 minutes
but
start to finish. It's just ridiculous.
Well, imagine that. You've got a squad of 10 done.
You basically got, yeah.
And for the time you can paint a squad of 10...
That'll take way longer than
I'll have painted one. Because I'll have put that much time and effort in it. And that's why I went to see Tommy. That's why I actually took the time to actually unlearn everything I'd already learned.
So where did you find Tommy? Was it... I can't remember, because you did tell me, but I've completely forgotten. Where did you kind of...
A friend of mine knew Tommy from the Manchester GW store.
Right.
He taught him how to paint back in the day.
Right, I see.
And again, Gollum Painting Studio used to be in a warehouse where I also rented a studio.
Oh, right, okay.
We just kept missing
one another.
But he's always been there as like somebody I need to get in touch with and go and see. Then I finally did. I'm just like, and afterwards I'm like, right, I want to ask him all these questions. How can I do this, this and this and this? And again, I'm jumping the gun. I'm trying to... I want to be taught
everything.
The best techniques now, so I've got all the information, even though I've not put the basics that I've learned into practice.
Into practice, yeah. And I mean, one thing that someone said to me recently is doing like... Because I mean, I only do about 2 hours maybe a night when I'm in the hotel. And someone said to me recently that doing one session a week keeps your eye in.
Yeah.
Kind of keeps you... Not... How can I put it? It kind of keeps your eye in enough to be able to go and be able to continue, as it were, and get better.
I do genuinely
quicker.
have two different modes. And it is... I've seen this on another video recently, I think Tabletop Minions, I can't remember the actual name of the channel, sorry, but he's put it down as painting mode or building mode.
Yeah, that's true.
I struggle to get into painting mode because I want to sit down and spend time at it. Building mode, I can almost switch off my brain and just go, that connects to this connects to that, that goes there, and that looks nice. Done.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Hey presto, I've got a
I must admit, I build quite quick. I mean, obviously I do builds on the channel, but I mean, the only reason I've not done some builds on the channel is because they're a bit pernickety and fiddly, and you guys don't want to see me trying to put a tiny little spike on a thing and gluing my hands to it. So, you know, it's one of those where I kind of take my time on those, because I've still got over half the Nagroth Nightmares to put together at the moment.
God, how difficult were your what's it called? Your Skaven Blood Bowl team.
Oh, they were a nightmare. I think that's the one. That's one of the only things I seem to have picked both teams that have been impossible to put together. The Skaven team were impossible, and now the Nagroth Nightmares are. It's just some of the bit. I mean, one thing I'll give it though, once you've got the finished model, they are quite massively detailed series of models from Blood Bowl. But
that's actually what. This is the reason I'm collecting all the Necromunda gangs. I want all of them.
Yeah.
So I'd be able to, like, in years to come, just pick them out and go, oh, right, yeah, I've got this one.
I must admit,
with Blood Bowl, I wanted to do the same. I wanted to have a bunch of teams where I could go, all right, I can play this team today. Oh, I can play this team. So I've got the Goblin,
that's
I've got
like
the
that's like we did when we were playing Guild Ball, wasn't it? Because we were very much the same there, where we've got like 4 or 5 teams of each. I think you've got more than me, actually. But yeah, that was something we did then. I mean, with Blood Bowl, I'm being a little bit more selective. The 2 teams I've bought are the 2 teams I always wanted from the original 93 3rd edition Blood Bowl game, which was the Nagroth Nightmares and the Skaven Scramblers. After that, I'm kind of waiting to see what GW bring. I mean, we've obviously had this new Rotbringer team. That's completely new. That's never been a team back in the day. So it's, and I quite like the fact that you've had the orcs, you've had the humans, you've had the dwarves, you've had some of the staples. Yeah. And now I hope they're going to bridge out a little bit and maybe cover more different styles of team rather than just sticking with...
You see,
because it's still set in the old world as well, they've got a lot to go at. Because there's an undead team still.
That's it. I've seen the Blood Bowl computer game. And so seeing all the different teams from that, I'm just like, brilliant. This is why I want to see other stuff.
I was playing Skaven this morning, and it's just to go off on a tangent. I played the game this morning, and I was playing Skaven, and I beat a Dark Elf team 3-1. I was well pleased. Sorry, it's just to go off on a tangent.
No, bring it back around. Blitzball.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a bit annoyed about that. Because...
Why?
That's only available in the States. States and Canada. That's all they're releasing it for. It's like the Space Marine Heroes boxes that they're only doing in Japan.
You're wrong. No.
Am I?
They recently announced today, due to popularity,
they're going to bring them out here.
They're bringing out the heroes here, globally or whatever.
I like that because I think they've done that because a lot of people have gone, I want them, because they're slightly different sculpts.
Yeah.
They've got slightly different sculpts, slightly better sculpts, and they're original. They're not Primaris Marines, are they? They're the standard rank and file Marines.
They're a tactical squad.
They're a tac squad. Now, if you're like me and have very old tac squads,
well, you've seen the next. You've seen the next ones as well. The Terminator's coming out.
Yeah. So I mean, for me, it's like I'm really pleased about it because I saw those and was like, but I want them. How do I get these nice pretty things?
I was looking and tapping up a few friends who go to Japan and seeing like,
Well, my thing is with Blitzball. Going back to Blitzball, it looks like a.
Have you seen it played?
No, I haven't watched. I haven't watched the full Let's Play. I find his voice annoying. Sorry, I do.
Okay.
No offense to that channel. I do watch his stuff. It's just sometimes I find it a bit kind of. I think it's aimed at a certain age range, and for me, I find it a bit sometimes.
He does like demo games with his kid. So.
Yeah, so it's kind of for me. I don't know. I'd probably wait until Ash did it from
Gorilla Minis.
Gorilla Minis. I prefer his Let's Play, only because I don't know. Maybe it's. I don't know what it is. I just prefer his Let's Play.
I don't think he'll.
But I don't think he'll go into it because it's not a global brand. Because he tends to stick to global brands, doesn't he?
No, I don't think he'll cover Blitzball because he
covers Blood Bowl, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's already done.
Yeah. Going back to Blitzball. Yeah, I suppose
it looks.
It looks like an easy,
a lot of stuff.
version.
It's to get people into the game. You start playing Blitzball and you think, "All right, this is kind of fun. I wonder what it would be like if we could like do more with it." Oh. There's a game called Blood Bowl that's out. Let's have a look into this. Oh, I might as well buy the starter box. Oh, these are the teams. And then
before you know where you are, you're hooked.
You're in the GW hole then.
No, I think I'd like to get it because I mean the problem we've always had with Blood Bowl is time. That's been the big issue with it. And from what I've seen on the Let's Play, it looks a lot faster than what Blood Bowl is. So my argument with it is that I don't fully understand why they've released it only in America and Canada. I think it might be the whole American football link, possibly, because that's kind of what it's for. But I mean, I would.
GW's always done well over here. They are a British company.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to get a copy. If I could get a copy, I would like to give it.
With
give
the
it a blast.
Citadel Cafe that's opened up over in the States, or opening, I can't remember which it is now.
Yeah, I saw that one. Yeah,
they're allowing Forge World products to be sold there. That's going to be the first time Americans can get hold of Forge World stuff.
Well, hang on, no, they recently announced that they're getting a full warehouse for Forge World somewhere in America now.
So that's going to be the first time they've been able to do it, apparently, without going via the UK.
Yeah.
So again, it's a case of they play 40k or they play Age of Sigmar. Oh, let's try and get you into Blood Bowl. Let's see if that can do well over there. So they start with Blitzball.
I'm quite interested. I'd like to get it.
The Space Marine Adventures game. The Tomb of the Necron, the Labyrinth.
Oh, yes, I've seen that as well. That's only available there, isn't it?
That's the Space Marine Heroes models from Japan. Put in another box set.
I didn't realise that. I had seen that and was like, But yeah, I mean, overall, I think we've covered pretty much every game going today between us.
I'm sorry, you're trying to wind it down now?
A little bit. Probably because this video is now an hour and a bit long. But I'll probably edit bits, so we'll see. Like me saying, I'll probably edit bits.
Sorry.
But yeah, I mean, we've covered quite a lot in it. I mean, I think between us...
loads of stuff we've not done.
Well, like what?
All the other things I brought over.
Yeah, but we're just going to have to look at them off camera, and I might have to just nip them for some unboxings later next month. And I'll try and borrow Kill Team and do a proper full unboxing for you guys real soon. I'm sure I can bend his arm. Because he's not going to get round to building or painting it anytime soon. Let's be honest about this.
No, but we do need to get a game in at some
point. We do.
So,
I mean, I'm very tempted to run either a Death Guard or a Space Marine one. I need to read the core rules a bit more because I need to familiarise myself with them. But yeah, I definitely want... I mean, I've watched a game of Eldar Harlequins versus Space Marines, and it was a relatively fast game. Although I think that was possibly because the Eldar guy made a lot of mistakes and the other guy capitalised on it. So, but I quite like... I do like the way you can't just die in the game though. That's something I did like when I watched it. I thought, well, you can't just completely die really
reminiscent of the old Necromunda. You are face down, yeah. You flip back round to face up,
and then you stand up,
and you can have like flesh wounds, which do affect your
abilities.
Stats.
Yeah. So I mean, I need to, like I say, I need to read the rules a bit more. I need to kind of familiarise myself with what you can do in the game. Plus, I'm tempted to see which is better, Death Guard or Standard Marines, because I can play either.
Death Guard, disgustingly resilient.
Yes, that's a great rule, isn't it? You have that anyway in 40k.
Yeah.
That's why I'm liking them at the moment. It's like
again,
but I love the models from them. The new Death Guard
reanimation.
The Death Guard stuff is just such a good set of models. One thing I don't like though is there's only 7 Marines in the Marine box.
You see, gotta buy more.
Well,
always got to buy more.
I bought the first Strike one, which had 3 Marines. So I will have a unit of 10 Marines soonish.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
And we've not even covered Tooth and Claw.
Okay, let's do Tooth and Claw quickly.
Really?
Tooth and Claw. So no, we did. We kind of did.
We've pre-ordered it.
Yeah.
We're going to be splitting it.
Yeah.
I'm going to add the Gene Stealers to these Gene Stealers.
I'm taking the Primaris, painting them Ultramarines instead. Because I have an Ultramarine army, I don't want to add a Space Wolf's arm particularly. The only thing you're probably going to sell is the Space Wolf.
Nope.
No, you keep it?
Nope.
What do you do with it?
I've got a friend who's going to be having that, and possibly the upgrade sprue.
The upgrade sprue. Well, I want the Intercessor squad, the Aggressor squad, and the Dreadnought. That's what we need to talk about.
I was waiting for you to get
Dreadnought, right? I went on GW site. No, I was on Element Games site today, looking at prices for Tooth and Claw. And in the listings of what's in it, the Dreadnought isn't listed.
It's in all the promotional photos. It's in the box art.
It's in everything. So
but it's not listed.
I went to GW website thinking this is just an error on Element Games' fault. No, nothing against Element because I've shot it all the time.
Copy and paste.
I just thought someone's copied and pasted, not copied and pasted it properly. Went to the Games Workshop site. It's exactly the same list. No Dreadnought listed. Now. It's what is it, 90 quid, and it's going to be what, 70 odd something pounds?
£90 from GW, 72 from third party, possibly going up after pre-order week.
But we worked out that there's about 60 quid's worth of Primaris in there, didn't we? Roughly.
If it's the 3 aggressors, the
5 intercessors.
5 intercessors, which is half of your standard box, plus the dread.
We were looking around 65 quid, weren't we? 70 quid?
We were looking at full prices though as well.
Yeah, we were.
Because this is where you're not sure, and I don't know. The aggressors, are they the easy fit ones?
Yeah.
The Dreadnought, is it the easy fit one?
I think the Dreadnought is. Looking at it, I think it's not the easy fit one because it comes with a melter gun on that picture. Now the only
plasma.
Yeah, it's either a plasma or a melter, and the issue is that only comes with the harder to build dread, the full dread. So, and that's 35 or 40 quid, I think, something like that. But I was looking at it, and like I say, I'm just hoping it's an error, it's a typo. They just haven't put it in. But I was like, well, it's on all the artwork. It's painted as a Space Wolf. It's got all Space Wolf markings. Why the hell would they do that and then go, oh, this actually isn't in the box?
The strange thing is that it's not listed on the GW site, but it's in all the promo photos, and so...
If it's there, I'm having it. There's no way I'm not, because it'll save me money on buying one.
Well, it's why I pre-ordered it.
If it's there, great. If it's not, will I still get an half an intercessor? Thing is, an intercessor squad is actually only 5 guys. They sell it in 10s, but you can run a 5-guy intercessor squad. Which is why the first strike box set's a bit annoying, because you only get 3. So I'll have 8, so I'll virtually have a 10-man squad, but it's one of those. But I've been going a lot on eBay recently. I bought some stuff on, actually, yes, I haven't told you. I bought the Primaris Ancient from the Dark Imperium for £3 off of eBay. No delivery charge. Comes next week. And I bought the Death Guard, the 2 Death Guard models that are in it as well. The Blight something and something else. The two characters basically. Again, £3 to £4 each off of eBay. I've talked about eBay before in a previous video and what I think about it, and I've bought stuff off eBay before. But I was amazed to find those at that kind of price, because a lot of the time you look on eBay for that and it's 15 quid per model. And I was like, fucking hell, there was just one guy selling all this stuff off from that box set, and like intercessor squads at half price, and I was just like,
I know people who will have bought 2 copies of Kill Team. One for themselves and the other one to sell.
In parts?
Yep.
Yeah. I mean,
if you've got the time and effort to do it.
That's the thing. That's exactly what I was going to say. It's all about the time and the effort. I mean, at the moment, I want to sell off my Magic the Gathering stuff. And I was going through it, and I've got cards that are 20, 25 quid, a lot of the dual lands and things like that. But same thing. I'd have to sit there for days pricing that up because of the amount I've got. Trying to just do the lot in one big hit and just see if someone will buy the collection whole, but there's a lot of commons in it, so I don't know. Anyway, that's pretty much everything for now. Covered a lot in this video, and I'm sorry it's so long, but
a couple of 6s.
I will do probably an unbox, hopefully, if I can borrow this. Can I borrow this? I'll see if I can twist it down off camera. But thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you like the video, hit the like button. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. I'll be back next week, where I think I've got what have I bought this month, but I need to check my dates. I think, what's the date?
But it's not as much as me.
Well, it's never as much as you. You always spend more than me. Yeah, probably be what I bought this month. If not, I've got other things I still need to unbox. I've got the Fat Rats to unbox, stuff like that. But if you enjoyed, like I say, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you want to see more. But I'll see you next time.